Hurricane Fern, unraveling the mystery of the twisty bird's nest. I'm Ferb Vu, and I'm here to shed light on the fascinating hurricane fern, a plant that's as captivating as its name suggests. Unlike the destructive storms it shares its name with, this fern brings beauty and tranquility to any indoor space. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or a curious newcomer, this FAQ will equip you with everything you need to know about caring for this unique fern. What is a hurricane fern? The hurricane fern, also known as the twisted bird's nest fern, Asplenium antiquum hurricane, is a captivating variety of the classic bird's nest fern. This tropical gem boasts long, glossy green leaves that unfurl in a mesmerizing, swirling pattern. The name hurricane originates from the way these leaves twist and turn, creating a dynamic, windswept appearance. How does the hurricane fern differ from a regular bird's nest fern? Both hurricane ferns and regular bird's nest ferns belong to the same family, but the hurricane variety adds a delightful twist, literally, to the classic. Here's a quick breakdown of the key differences. Leaf shape. The hurricane fern features long, slender leaves that twist and curl, while the regular bird's nest fern has broader, flatter fronds. Growth pattern. The hurricane fern exhibits a more open, swirling growth pattern, while the bird's nest fern has a tighter, cupped formation around its central rosette. Light requirements. Both ferns prefer indirect light, but the hurricane fern can tolerate slightly lower light levels compared to its bird's nest cousin. How do I care for my hurricane fern? The good news is, the hurricane fern is a relatively low-maintenance houseplant. Here are some key tips to keep your fern thriving. Light. Filtered or indirect light is ideal. Avoid harsh, direct sunlight that can scorch the leaves. Water. Maintain consistently moist soil, but not soggy. Think of a well-wrung sponge. The leaves will become dull when thirsty. Humidity. While most ferns crave high humidity, the hurricane fern is more forgiving. Regular misting can be beneficial, but it's not essential. Temperature. Average room temperatures, between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, are perfect. Avoid placing your fern near drafts or air conditioning vents. Fertilizer. A light feeding with a balanced liquid fertilizer once a month during the growing season, spring and summer, is sufficient. Potting. Use a pot with drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Opt for a well-draining potting mix specifically formulated for ferns. Does the hurricane fern have any special needs? Beyond the basic care requirements, here are a few additional things to keep in mind. Pruning, generally unnecessary. Simply remove any old or yellowing leaves to maintain a neat appearance. Propagation. Hurricane ferns can be propagated by division, but this is a more advanced technique. Toxicity. Like many ferns, the hurricane fern is mildly toxic if ingested. Keep it out of reach of children and pets. Can I put my hurricane fern outdoors? The hurricane fern is primarily an indoor plant. It thrives in the controlled environment of a home and may struggle with the fluctuating temperatures and harsh sunlight outdoors. However, if you live in a warm climate with consistent temperatures and shaded patios, you can try placing your fern outdoors during the summer months. Just be sure to bring it back indoors before the temperature drops. How big does a hurricane fern get? The hurricane fern can reach a mature size of around 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. The twisting nature of the leaves can create a wider visual footprint compared to some other fern varieties. Common problems with hurricane ferns. While generally resilient, hurricane ferns can encounter a few issues. Brown leaves. This can be caused by underwatering, overwatering, or too much direct sunlight. Adjust your watering routine and check the light conditions. Crispy edges. This often indicates low humidity. Try misting the leaves regularly or using a pebble tray to increase humidity around the plant. Pests. Mealybugs and scale can occasionally bother hurricane ferns. Insecticidal soap or neem oil can be used for treatment. Conclusion. Embrace the whirlwind. The hurricane fern, with its captivating twist and easygoing nature, is a wonderful addition to any indoor space. By following these simple care tips, you can witness the beauty of this unique fern unfurl in your home. So, embrace the whirlwind and bring a touch of the tropics indoors.